Do you know what I like to do on the NFL's opening night? I like to look at some football cards. My name is John, and I'm a card curator. Thanks for tuning in. I was watching Chasing Cardboard, and they were talking about being a curator. And, you guys have heard me use that term a lot. I've been essentially saying I'm a card curator since about 2001. Pepino Man called me one day. He wanted to know what we meant when we said we were curating cards, and had to try to explain it to him, what a curator is. But one of the things that I love to do is to curate my collection, as I've said many times, and that's why I like different holders, and I get different binders and different displays, and I really enjoy putting my cards together. And if I have the packaging or some item related to that card issue, that's really what's fun for me. So I want to apologize for all of the oddball videos and conversation. I didn't really think it would be take over like this. But I don't know, the last few months I've kind of been bored with YouTube, and I just try to entertain myself. I'm an only child, and I always had to come up with ways to entertain myself growing up, and it's not an issue for me. I get obsessed with things. I taught myself to do all kind of different things, growing up, because when you're by yourself, you have to come up with things to do, and that's one of the things that I did was collect cards. But I taught myself to juggle. I taught myself sleight of hand with cards and nunchucks and you name it. Like I studied all kinds of different things. I got into chess for a while and was playing that. I've been struggling. I haven't found a whole lot to watch on YouTube lately, and it's like. And this oddball thing's kind of a perfect example of it. It's like when something hits a little bit, then everybody, else wants to do a video on it. Like we have all these channels, and if some news hits, you're sure to see 10, 20 more videos about them. I got a little tired of watching 382 videos about Strongsville. That was before anybody went, and then another 400 after they came back. And then us at the National, we did 280 videos beforehand, 300 while we were there, 182,000 afterwards. And it's like I can only see so much. And you guys know I'm not a big grading fan, so don't take this the wrong way, but I don't know, for me, grading reveal videos, I watch some of them just to support people, and I'll comment, and I do it to support everybody. But again, don't be offended by this, but I can't think of anything I care about less than what some other person got on their card slabs from some dude at SGC or PSA. If they were my cards, maybe I'd care, but I don't send in. And it's always blown my mind. There's a big channel on here. He's been around for years. Now he has his own baseball card. And he just goes to Target and Big Lots and videos buying packs and then opens them. And again, I know clearly there are tons of people that love to watch that, but I like to watch the cards I open. I don't really care to watch other people open packs of cards, especially if it's not edited. But that's just me. So I've been a little bored with content. Chasing Cardboard's fun. I enjoy watching that. And I enjoy watching channels, you guys, when you're picking up things and you're excited. And it's fun. I did really enjoy the national videos, national reveal videos when you showed what you got. And man, I vote Darren Return to Collecting. I vote him as the winner. He had some amazing pickups, and all of you guys did that make content. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. And I love to see that. I love to see people, picking up some special items. Billy Ball Game. So excited for his Hank Aaron. That's great to see. And I love to watch lives, like when I'm curating my collection, when I'm reholdering, or I get mail and I'm opening it. I'll try to put on either a longer talking video or an interview, or if people are live, I'll listen to that. And man, being up in the card room and doing that is really relaxing. And while I'm up here in my card room, I am immersed in card talk and all of that good stuff, and I listen to all those. Even if the topic's not something that I'm particularly into, I think I think those are really great. And I'll also put them on. I'll put those kinds of things on when I'm driving, like to the gym and back or whatever too, or on a long trip, because I don't want to have to watch. So I put on a lot of talking videos. And so I'm real excited when I jump on and there's a bunch of interviews and lives and stuff I can really just put on and listen to for a while. My videos are usually real quick. I get on, I show some stuff, try to educate on card issues, on players as best as I can, and tell some stories maybe. And that's all I do. This YouTube thing, it really enhances my collecting, because if I get something, I'm excited to share it. And of course, my friends and family don't care, so I share it with you guys. And I appreciate you looking at it. So that said, I thought I'd look at a football set that I really love, a vintage football set. And man, I just think it's fantastic. Oh, and by the way, I was listing a bunch of synonyms for the term oddball, and a bunch of people, many different people, wanted to call them fruitcake cards, because that's a synonym for oddball, is fruitcake. So you'll see a lot of people referring to them as fruitcake cards now. Rick Vintage Oddball Cards was just texting me, and he's changing his name to Rick's Fruitcake Cards. So that'll be fun. So let's delve in. Here's Jimmy Brown. Beautiful card. I love this set. And you guys, by the way, you take me way too seriously. But it's fun. I'm enjoying watching all the response videos. Bart Starr, fantastic card. Another great quarterback, Sonny Jurgensen. Bobby Lane. That was my door closing because my air conditioning kicked on. No ghost today. And Forrest Gregg. I reholdered some of these today, and that's why I wanted to show them. And then I have some I ran out of holders. I'll reholder them another time, but these look fabulous in my holders. So here's Norm Snead. Norm Snead played for a bunch of different teams, and he played a long time. He was the first rookie quarterback to start in all his team's games in NFL history. He won Rookie of the Year. And when he retired, there were only 4 quarterbacks with more passing yards than he had. He was involved in an infamous trade with Sonny Jurgensen. Norm Snead rookie card. Johnny Unitas. Dick Night Train Lane. He used to like to listen to the record Night Train, and his roommate started calling him Night Train. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he used to be third on the all-time interception list, but Rod Woodson passed him, so I believe he's fourth now. You have Paul Krause, number 1, M. Tennell, number 2, Rod Woodson, and then Dick Night Train Lane. And now Rod Woodson, because he played the second part of his career as a safety, and M. Tennell was a safety. M. Tennell was like the Deion Sanders, before Deion Sanders. Fantastic player. And Paul Krause was a safety. So that means that Dick Night Train Lane is the top interception leader for a straight cornerback. And Big Daddy Lipscomb. I always love him because my father spoke so highly of him. Jim Taylor. My dad told me a story about him. John Henry Johnson is a great running back. And when he played for the Steelers, my dad was telling me about one game, and it was pouring down rain, and it was, the whole field was mud. And he said John Henry was the only guy, apparently, that could run on it, and nobody could catch him that day. Frank Gifford. Joe Schmidt. Joe Schmidt out of Pitt. Raymond Berry. Need to get some new holders for these babies. Sam Huff. You know, those of you who watch my channel and see all the cards I show you, and you have to understand that that's a tiny fraction. I don't know if you ever want to do a fun exercise, but as you're watching, count up and calculate how long it would, or how much money rather, how much money it would take to grade my cards. I have it calculated around $1 million. So who you rooting for tonight? I'm sorry, my Baltimore people. I love you. I lived there. I have friends there. They didn't treat me so good when I was there as a Steeler fan, I have to tell you. But they weren't too bad. They weren't as bad as the Cincinnati people. But I got to root for Kansas City. Be nice to... we're probably going to lose in the beginning of the season, judging by the way we were playing. The Steelers I'm talking about. So I don't want to get too far behind. So I need the Ravens to lose since they're in our division. But my God, what a phenomenal rivalry that has been over the years. And I remember when they first went to Baltimore from Cleveland. Man, Pittsburgh used to just dominate them. In fact, the stadium, they used to comment, the announcers would comment that they thought they were at a Pittsburgh Steeler home game. There were so many Steeler fans at the stadium because nobody in Baltimore was buying tickets. The good old days. But now, what a rivalry, man. Those two teams just go at it. It's like a heavyweight fight with no holding. If they weren't allowed to hold, just going at it, toe to toe, the entire game. It's exciting. All right, guys. I'm rambling on. Thanks for hanging out with me.